today it's exciting, the highly anticipated tables in Google Sheets. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of the sample ones they have for events. But before I get into it, I want to make sure if you do not have the tables yet, check the link in the description below, and I have a link so that way you can copy this sheet and start using tables. All right, let's jump right in. So I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on this because I'm going to create a full-length video on tables here shortly. But I wanted to really get this out there so you guys can get a link to this and start using it for yourself, because I know you're excited to start using this. So I'm just going to give you a couple quick tips on how to start using this. And then I'm also going to create videos for the other sample types, so that way you can download those as well. So check out my other videos for those. If you have not used these tables before, there's a couple things to know. You can do groups now, which is awesome. So let me show you how to create a group. So you can create a group by view, and you can create a group by any column in there. So we could do by stage, we could do by status, and so forth. And then to exit whatever view it is, because basically it's like a custom view that they have, you just go to this kind of calculator icon and then exit that view. So if we go back to that view, there it is, and then we can exit there. So you can save views, and then they're accessible here, so you can kind of quickly scan through what you're doing. All right, so other things we can do here, so you can insert columns just like that. And then these column types is the really cool, awesome part of this, is you can validate quickly the whole table, and it saves as it grows. So you can do numbers, text, you can do date and time, which is a cool one, drop downs, checkboxes, smart chips, and just none. And then you can insert and delete columns. You can do at the end or in the middle. And then if you add more rows, it automatically adds it to the table as long as it's right next to it. So that's all pretty awesome. Another thing you can do is you can do some changes like on the table header colors like this, accessible right from here. One thing to note is if you add a color on this, so let's say we take blue and maybe put a border on here, and then we go back here and we try to customize the colors, it won't do anything because we got that color on it. So to undo that, just do reset, and then it'll sync back to those colors there. All right, other than that, let me just run you through how they have these set up. So these tasks, you can select statuses, you can add a name through these chips, select stage, add due date, notes, and of course you can add more columns to track anything else you need to. They have an event schedule where you can put in activity, and the cool thing is they have these placeholders, and so if you want to get rid of those placeholders, it's just this blank text here. So as soon as you type in something, start on table, then it disappears. And so where that comes from is if you go to column type and then get rid of show placeholders, that disappears. So if you don't want those to show up, you can just toggle that through show placeholders or remove placeholders. And activity type, start and end time for the schedule. This time you can do a chip for location if you want to. Otherwise you could do just text if you don't want to use those smart chips and just want to do a text, maybe the address or something like that. And again, name chips, and then notes there. And as always, you can add columns or rows. Guest list, they have name chips here. And again, any of these you can change to, we can change this to text if you want the names and not the chips, because you may not have the email addresses or chips for everybody available. So again, address, phone, and then RSVP status and notes. And finally, budget. So expense details, category, budget, cost, transaction date, pay by, etc. All right, so last thing I'm going to do on here real quick is just show you how to reference, like let's say this budget and cost. So 250 and 200, let's say 500 and 500. So the cool thing with tables now is you can reference that table. So let's actually make sure we name this table. So let's call this budget, or we could call it event budget. Event budget, just like that. All right, now we can do sum. We can do this equals sum event budget And then we need to do the category we want. So we could do budget here or cost. So we could do budget and cost. So like this. And then equals sum event budget cost. And so that's a cool way you can now reference using the table, and then inside these brackets you reference the column header. So that's pretty awesome. And with that, I'm going to wrap up this video, and stay tuned for my big video on tables to go into more detail on how to create tables, how to edit tables, and do more cool stuff. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you again soon.